And WECS, Willimantic, a community service of Eastern Connecticut State University. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, that Virginia is a mix of strange feelings, warm weather wishes, and stomach butterflies. Virginia was born and raised in São Paulo, Brazil, and she brings the tropical warmth of her roots to her genre-bending performance, while often singing about the not-so-warm truth of emotions, humanity, and other oddities. Ladies and gentlemen, meet that Virginia. Hello, Virginia.
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome back.
I'm so excited to be back.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you... This is your third time here.
Yeah.
I think you're holding the record now.
Oh my God. Yay.
Nan Roy's been here a few times.
Oh, Nancy.
And she's performing this year.
Nice.
She's awesome.
Mm-hmm. I love her. I really, really love her. She's so great.
She's so down to earth and genuine.
Yeah, I just love her personality. Like, you never really know what you're gonna get, and then she seems so proper at times, and then she says some stuff that's like, whoa,
where's that sailor come from?
She keeps me on my toes, and I like that.
Oh, good, very good. So this is your third or fourth Swan Day?
Fourth.
Wow, get out.
Can you believe that?
No, I don't.
I remember the first year.
I remember when you were just like this high off the ground, and you're just weaning off the pacifier, and
But that's how it feels, and now it's like really cool to be like a veteran.
You're
and
gonna
like
have
see
some
the
young
new
swans.
Coming
the
in.
cygnets, they're gonna come in and looking up to you for guidance.
Yeah, it's really cool to talk to them, and they're like, I have no idea what's going on. It's like, you have no clue.
Did you get to meet a lot of them this week or recently when you did the photo shoot?
Yeah, I met a couple of new people at the photo shoot, and I was at another radio show last week with the woman who leads Audio Jane, and that's their first time, Sarah. And it was so great to she's like, I have no idea what I'm in for. Like, she's like, I'm really excited because everything I'm hearing, it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
But then she's like, I have no clue what to expect. I was like, that's probably better.
That's a good thing because then you don't want to get all hyped up about it. I mean, there's been a couple of videos that Jen has put out to kind of give you a taste of what it's all about. But it's such a wonderful experience. Have you been to any like big festivals across the nation?
Yeah.
Is it something like that in a condensed version, maybe?
I feel like in a way it's like better almost because it is a more condensed, and I think it's like a little easier to digest, but also very rich, like the diversity. Because I feel like a lot of festivals are very like focused on a certain thing. It's a bluegrass festival, it's a reggae festival, it's this, but like Swan, it's a women's festival, so there's so many things, but it's not overwhelming. Like, it's easy to navigate, but you get so many different flavors in one evening that's like, wow, it's so rich. It's a very rich experience. That's like the best word I can
Absolutely. I
use
like
to
that.
describe that.
Well, you want to start me off with a good song?
Yeah, let's do it.
I can't wait.
Yay. I'm gonna get Maddie to come sing some harmonies.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. All right.
Which one are you starting off with?
This is called Unlocked. This was on the album that came out last summer.
Oh, it's been out that long? I thought you just released it.
Well, it's June, so it's a bit less than a year. It's going to be a year in June.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Is that how it feels to have the floor taken away from your feet? I'm innocent of good ways since I appreciate the weightlessness. This morning I was told this door, I was knocking on desperately. Had been unlocked the entire time. And all of a sudden everything made sense. Reality slay it and you can't exist. And different realities depending on your intentions and your frequency. Am I reaching that frequency? Am I stretching my time? Am I losing the fear of the closed eyes? Am I reaching the space that I deserve to be embraced by millions of arms? Am I reaching the unknown or crossing through the other side? Am I listening to all the wisdom I have left behind? It's my reason to move on, the same why I'm far behind. Am I resonating the experience I would like to find? That I would like to find. My thoughts have become things, my powers from within. My art has become me, doors open like my skin. My thoughts have become things, my powers from within. My art has become me, doors open like my skin. Doors open like my Am I reaching that frequency? Am I stretching my time? Am I losing the fear of the closed eyes? Am I reaching the space that I deserve to be embraced by millions of arms? Am I reaching the unknown or crossing through the other side? Am I listening to all the wisdom I have left behind? It's my reason to move on, the same why I'm far behind. Am I resonating the experience I would like to find? That I would like to find. This morning I was told this door I was knocking on desperately had been unlocked the entire time. Yay! Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful music. Every time
Thank
I
you,
see
Maddie.
you, every time I see you, I get like a new favorite song.
That's a good thing.
My
It's a
goodness.
good problem to have.
It is. It's like you blew me away last year at Swan Day. There was a new song, and I think it was Transcendier, is it?
Yeah, maybe. Is it the last song that I did last year?
I forget. It was so long
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, I don't know. That's like, it's actually pretty old, but it was like new as in the album that last year, and live it's a lot of fun to do.
Yeah. And then this year Our Time, you submitted as a Tiny Desk concert, right?
Yeah.
That
That's a
I
new
love that
song.
one. That one
Thank
is
you.
amazing. Now, when do you find out if you get picked?
In a month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they take a month to kind of review everybody.
There's a lot to review, I bet.
There is a lot to review. And I review everything too because I love just going through all the other submissions and like connecting with the other bands. I'm always like looking for new people to work with or whatever it is. So there's a big community behind it. That's kind of cool. There's like this whole underground like support groups for Tiny Desk people. It's kind of fun.
Like, do this, don't do that.
Yeah, and now we're like, there's a lot of us planning on like getting together to do shows together and like support each other on tour or whatever.
Awesome.
Like, yeah, it's kind of.
That's kind of what Swan Day's been for you too. You collaborated a few times. You did a song with Gracie Day.
Yeah.
Did you do one with Canyon too?
No. Gracie did one with Canyon.
Okay.
And
and someone else. I forget who.
Margaret. Something. I forget. It's like at the tip of my tongue. Yeah. But it has been absolutely a thing that connected me with like everybody. And there is this like sisterhood to Swan that's to me very invaluable because we all kind of help each other also and like try to connect and work together. And so definitely like working with Gracie was awesome. I love Gracie. She's great. And like other things. And even with Jen, I now play with Jen.
Yeah.
I'm her bass player. And that wouldn't have happened, if it wasn't for Swan. So it's like, it's really cool.
You started off playing bass, right?
Yeah, that was my first instrument.
Guitar and piano.
Piano is like, I can play it and I can like mess around with it, but I wouldn't like say I play it. I mean, I can write on it and I can like, but it's really weird. I feel like my left hand is really dumb on the piano. Like, even though you would think that my left hand is like, nimble enough from like playing other stuff. But like when it comes to this, it's like, I could do like a key at a time.
Do chopsticks or something.
Yeah.
That's a good lead into the next question.
Okay.
Is it dos tres?
Dos tres, yeah.
So what's the significance of the instead of the un?
Is because that's 1, 2, 3 in Portuguese.
Oh, with an M, not an N. Okay.
Yeah, in Portuguese.
I thought you were trying to be something different. Or
No, that's just how
but
it is.
Tell me about the song.
So this song I wrote actually a while back, and I didn't like it when I first wrote it. I was just like, but I was like thinking a lot about how, I've been out of my country for a long time, and, I still go to visit and everything, but it's really weird how you get a different perspective when you live outside of it, and you start noticing things, or like, I didn't start enjoying Brazilian music until I moved out of Brazil because it was so like, ew, you like national music? Gross. Like, everything is so Americanized. That's like,
yeah.
So it was like when I moved out and I looked at it from the outside, I was like, oh my God, it's incredible and all of that. And I was just like reflecting on how it is to kind of be outside of your own turf and like, and how, it's like you don't listen to your language as much, and like you kind of have to cultivate that in a different way. And I wrote that and I hated it at first. I was like, oh, this is kind of gross, I'm not gonna like play it. And then when I was picking songs for the album, I just like randomly played it one day at home, and I was like, oh my god, like I had gone at that point so much further into like diving into Brazilian music and into Brazilian like rhythms and stuff that I didn't realize like how much that song resonated with me, and it didn't resonate as much until like a couple years after. So that's why I was like, wow. And it became like the lead single of the album. I did like the video for it and everything. Like,
I like the video. Yeah.
It became like my favorite song for a while because I was like, wow, I really feel this. I feel this. And like, but that's it. It almost didn't make it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it came back. I love it.
Yeah, thanks.
What do you want to do next for a song?
I'll do a new song.
Good.
So I've been working on, so Our Time is the first of 3 songs that I'll be releasing this year. And it kind of all came together in a very organic, interesting way because I wrote Our Time last summer, and I was just like, just about starting to understand the value of like finding my voice and kind of speaking for myself more and all of that. And then unrelated, wrote this other song called To Understand. And then I was like, wow, this really goes together, like our time to understand, but there's something missing. And then maybe a couple weeks ago, I was like, ourselves. And I just like sat down and wrote this whole song that's called Ourselves. So the title of the collection is Our Time to Understand Ourselves. So it's like Our Time is a song, To Understand is a song, Ourselves is a third song.
Is that more important to understand yourselves before you can dream of interacting with other people and getting to know and understand other people?
That's kind of what the song goes. Yeah,
cool.
That's kind of what the idea is. So I'm doing it a little backwards because I'm going to do the last song first, but just feel like it.
Good. Go for it.
Okay, so this is called Ourselves. I don't know you, you don't know me, and together we are one. How can I fill your cup if my cup has come undone? I'll pass out right before I put an oxygen mask on you. But we know it is impossible to fix a crack with glue. We can find each other until we find ourselves. We can find each other until we find ourselves. Where are you? Long are the days when I wish they were done. Long are the years our life has become. But I set aside a path without crumbs to find them someday in the light and the sun. We can find each other until we find ourselves. We can find each other until we find ourselves. Where am I? Where have I been? I will go to the path where my light shines through. I will seek the things that bring me peace and bring me close to you. They might not be in your hands. They might be in a stranger's face. We can find each other I will know you, you will know me, and together we shall be what we need, not what we want, and the truth will set us free. Thank you.
Man, just beautiful, beautiful music.
Thank you.
Wow. I'm touched.
Thank you.
I'm at a loss for words. You always blow me away with your music. I just can't believe
Thank
it.
you.
Virginia, you're amazing. So
Thank
do you, are you doing a lot of shows? Down in
Yeah.
you got more down to the shore, right?
Ish. I'm like kind of now getting into the busy period. Like I always try to kind of lay low-ish before Swan because I want to be prepared and kind of focus all my energy into it. So I kind of haven't done too much, and I kind of always take this time of the year to be like my planning time. Like March, April is like, okay, what's gonna go down the rest of the year? So like planning all of the shows and booking things and communicating with people. So that's kind of my office time. And writing and doing stuff. And but yeah, so the next big thing is definitely Swan.
Did you do an event like maybe last week, maybe Acoustic Q?
Yeah, I wasn't playing it though. It was that's the thing that I've been just organizing.
Oh,
And
cool.
it's really cool. This was just our third show so far. So it's a monthly pop-up acoustic series, and it highlights queer artists. And so it started in New York with Eli Wood. So they started it there, and I played a Brooklyn show through them. And I was like, Connecticut needs this.
Yeah.
So I was like, can we do this? And they're like, yeah, sure. So I kind of just started doing it here. And now we kind of have a cool, like, we call it the planning committee, which is like Maddie and I and Olive from Olive Tiger, Dana Merritt, and Isabella Iris Wilson. So it's kind of like they all were involved. Like they all played the first couple of shows and became kind of the planning committee for all of the other things. So now it's like a cool little team, but it's awesome. It's been working really well, and we're kind of just getting started.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
gotta spread the word and get more people involved.
Yes.
And to come out and enjoy. And do you get people from the audience coming up and speaking too, or like is it just performance?
It's performance,
Okay.
but it's kind of like I always compare it to like think about GSA but for adults. So like it's a cool place to go. There's always
What's
time to
GSA?
mingle. GSA is Gay Straight Alliance.
Okay.
So like in schools, usually you have that to kind of like it's kind of just a club in school. And like a lot of colleges have it and all of that. And I never had it in school growing up, but I've heard of it here. And but so I feel like a lot of like the LGBT like guided events are very much always like clubs. It's ladies' night at the club. It's this. It's like drag night, which is awesome. But I feel like some people are like,
And members only.
I'm not a club person. I'm not a club person. I don't like to go to the club and, get wasted and dance. Like, that's not my thing. So it's cool to have a space where it's like very chill, just music, and you can sit and talk. There's intermission between each artist that people can mingle.
Oh, okay.
But when it's music time, we all, sit and pay attention. And it's kind of a cool, like, format. And people, it's a good way to meet each other, too, and kind of tighten up the community, connect with people. Yeah.
I love getting people involved in the community.
Yeah, that's big. It's a big thing.
Absolutely. So you released Record Labor last year, right? Is it an EP?
There's a discussion there.
What is the definition between EP and full length? Yeah.
I don't know. There were a lot of people with different opinions on that because some people say like if it's 6 songs, because there's 6 songs. If it's 6 songs, it's likely an EP, but also an EP is considered something that's under 25 minutes and the album is over 25 minutes. So it sits on this gray area that I just
create
don't-
something new, something different.
Yeah, it's just
A
like
new
a
name.
thing that it's not either.
All right. So, you've got my favorite song on there.
Which
The
one?
first song I fell in love with many moons ago now, Tropical.
Oh, I love that song.
I do too.
And that song like is such a living, breathing entity because it had like a different thing when I played it solo, and then a different version when I demoed it, and then slightly different when we recorded it on the album. But now when I play it with the band live, it's a completely different arrangement. Like we really like reggae'd it up, so it's very like
cool, very
reggae roots kind of feel to it when we do it live. So I love that it's like never the same. It just has a life of its own.
That's awesome. It should evolve and just keep moving and evolving.
Yeah, I like that.
Awesome. All right, so let's do another song.
Maybe I'll do that one. I'll like make you happy.
Please.
Yeah, I like that. And I'm still not selling. I always joked, and my dad told me when I first wrote it, he's like, you should sell it to Shakira.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah.
That would ruin it though. I mean, sure, more people would be able to enjoy it, but it would be
it's
just
not the same.
It's not the same.
Yeah, I'm like, not this one. I wouldn't sell it.
Good. It's ours.
Right. Yeah. My body is tropical, go. My body is tropical, go. My jeans were born from the palm trees, and my hands are strong enough to hold the sunset, and my feet were built to be dipped in white sand. And my eyes are picked from fresh greens. My body is warm as the asphalt of my hometown. My temperature is measured in Celsius, and it has never seen a negative sign. My lungs could store the beauty of 1,000 trees, swaying on the sound of samba, and my arms strong like bamboo, always bending but never breaking. My body is tropical, therefore not meant for the stormy weather of the place I call home. My cells, they shiver with the coming cold. They are not ready to leave the warm. My body is made of microscopic, teeny tiny seeds of tropical fruits. My essence tastes like papaya when it's ripe, and I speak with the sweetness of fresh juice. My body is tropical. It's not cold like the dead of winter. It's warm like a cup of espresso. I'm warm like the sun in her eyes. I am made up of moonlight, quietly watching over the beaches I once stepped on. My body is tropical, go. My body is tropical, go. My body.
Made me so happy.
Yay, I'm glad. a happy song.
I even listened to the lyrics on that one when you first put it out, and no, it's like only recently I started listening to lyrics and songs, and I can't believe how much I've missed.
Oh my God, yeah, I like pay more attention to the lyrics than anything else. I think for anything, I'm definitely a lyric person.
I like the rhythm. I get lost in the trance of the rhythm, I think. But now I'm trying to be more cognizant of lyrics, and there's a lot of you miss out on a lot when you don't listen to the lyrics.
Yeah. Because I feel like it's nice to get lost in it, but then sometimes there's like one like thing, like one piece of lyric that like you hear and like, whoa, you just explained a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
like I had this thing. I was like at Acoustic Xavier Serrano was playing, and there was a song. I don't remember what the line exactly was, but it was like something about your questions are making like the unknown more difficult, or what. I'm butchering it, but it's like. It was like a very beautiful way to put down like you're overthinking it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wow, that's me.
There's so many creative ways totally to say the same thing. Yeah.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
House concerts.
Yeah.
You are promoting house concerts. I love that.
I am. Yeah. I'm really big into them now.
That is cool. And just for you, or just like other people too? Or
other people too. I think that everyone should get on it, honestly, because
it's so cool because you get to hang out with friends and meet new friends and open up your house and invite the community in.
Yeah. And I think there's like some beauty in it because I hear a lot from like my peers that are like, I'm so burned out because I play all of these like gigs that are like no one cares and they're not really listening and you're just background music and you're getting paid. That's great, but no one's actually listening to you. Right. And there's a lot of that. And I feel like not to like just my own community, but I feel like Connecticut is even more so than when I travel out. And I feel like people are a little bit more attentive.
Yep.
But here it's like, oh, it's just background music, whatever. And I think that house concerts are a beautiful way for you to really, truly connect with your audience. Like it's different
much more intimate
thing.
For one.
Yes.
And you got mostly you're going to be coming in there because people want to hear you specifically, right?
Yeah, or they just want to hear like music, but sometimes they don't know exactly who you are, but they sometimes, depending on the situation, there are certain house concerts that are just like a thing and they have like this audience that just keeps coming back for whatever it is they host. And some of these are like really incredible and they have a following of their own, and you just get to like play to a whole different audience that is like a lover of music and like really people that are really in there to play, to listen to you and talk to you, and they want to ask you questions and they want to hug you, and it's such a different world. And I think that they've been going on for so long. I think it's a thing that underground has always existed.
Yep.
But now I think that it's a powerful time in the music industry where like the do-it-yourself, the DIY like scene is just so big, and there are so many artists, and no one wants to be signed to a label anymore. Yeah, because it's becoming a thing. Yeah, and if you can find a way to make yourself profitable. I hate that word, but make a living out of making music without needing a label. Like, why would you sign to a label?
Create your own now.
Yeah, and I think
it's
these house concerts
now.
are like that. Yeah, it's a great way to like make some money, connect with people, and like it's not like people want to pay. They're not like, oh my god, I have to like pay this $5 cover for like the 7 bands that are on the bill. Like, ugh, there's like not that vibe, and it's cool and. It's it's good for everybody. I think.
I love going out. There's a regular one that I go to in Bristol, Acoustic Cool.
Yeah, I've seen them around a lot.
It's really cool. They've got a great house. It's not a large basement, but they fit like 40 people, 45 people in the basement, and everybody's social upstairs. You bring your own beverages, but they provide snacks, and everybody stands around. It's a cool thing that. I'm not always a social person out in public, but I immediately connected with so many people. Just walk up to somebody and that you have one thing in common. You love music. So it's always easy to start a conversation that way.
Yeah, it really is. It's really cool attending them, playing them. It's like this whole thing. And I think there's a lot of like myths And that's why I posted the whole thing on my website. Like, okay,
That was awesome.
this is how you do it.
That's like the first time I saw anybody really explain it. And they're like, this is what you do. This is what you don't do, right?
That has caught a lot of momentum because everyone's like, oh, okay, that's not that bad.
Right.
And like a couple people have reached out to me like, okay, like I want this for my birthday. Like we're going to do this at my house. Like, okay, cool. Yep. And then someone else like, I've been trying to get it going. Like I have this beautiful barn in my house and I've always wanted to do a show and like a house concert thing series, and no one really knows what they're doing. I've talked to some bands, but no one really knows how to start. And like, you seem like you know what you're doing, and so can you be the first one? I was like, yeah, sure, and I'll help you out. Like, I'll help you figure everything out, so then you can kind of have a model to like go on with.
And it's not something that you say like on a Wednesday. You say, "Hey, I'm going to have a house concert this weekend," right?
Yeah, it's not.
It's something you have to plan ahead.
I mean, it could if you really wanted it.
Well, I mean,
like,
to really get a good full size crowd.
Yeah, and the hosts don't even have to. I mean, they have to be involved to some extent, obviously, but like it's not as overwhelming as a lot of people think. It's like, most of the time, I'm not expecting anyone to have a whole stage set up with sound. Like sometimes they don't even need sound. Depending on the space, like you can just be quiet and acoustic. But as long as you have like a space, we can move some furniture around. You don't even need seating. People can sit on the floor, bring their own like chairs, whatever. Like, I think that with Acoustic Here, we've been doing that a lot. Just kind of finding places like whatever you have, we'll fit people in there and we'll make it work. And it's not as much as people think they have to do. And it's been kind of eye-opening for other people to be, oh, wow, okay. And even other artists, because they're like, I've heard of house shows, but how's that? And
is it a misconception that I got to have a ton of money to hire a band to come out to my house?
Yeah, and I think for the bands too is like, oh my God, I can't like impose that on anybody. But it's really not that much, especially because like you can offer as little as you want. You can literally say, this is the space, do whatever you want. Some hosts are like, oh, I want to offer like, I don't know, cheese and crackers or like whatever, and some don't want to, and they don't have to, and it's like usually it's BYOB.
Yep.
It's people bring whatever they want. They can bring their food if they want. Like, it's really low like commitment. So, and it's a good time for everybody.
Absolutely.
So it's a great. I'm really big on that and trying to play as many as I can. Like, especially when I go on tour this summer, I want to like play as many house concerts as humanly possible.
My house is too small. I would love to do it, but I could probably do it in the backyard.
There you go. Backyards are awesome.
As long as it's like acoustic and not a bunch of amps all plugged in.
So all your neighbors are like, what the hell? Yeah.
Calling the cops. Oh no. So you've been busy. Now I see you do a lot of blog reviews. You're reviewing other people's music?
Yeah, that's kind of new. Like I kind of was like doing it here and there last year, but then I realized, so how I first really got into the music world was as a journalist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, not a lot of people know this, but I was really into journalism when I was like 13. And I've always been kind of ahead of my time, I guess, in that sense, because it was like before there were really like blogs online, before there were like templates or anything. I like literally asked my dad, I was like, just help me build a thing that I can like write on and post stuff. And then he helped. My dad was like super supportive. He built me a website, and I would just go. And back there in Brazil, like no one carded people, and I always looked older when I was younger. So I would just like go to the festivals and go to the shows and just message the bands before, like, hey, I want to interview you. And funny story is that one time I did that for Ozfest. Because I wasn't living here. I was living in Brazil, but I knew I was going to be here in Connecticut visiting my dad at the time Ozfest was going to hit Hartford. Ah. So I started emailing the smaller bands in the smaller stage, and I was like, "Hey, I'm a journalist from Brazil. I'm coming to the States. I want to interview you." I was just going to buy myself a ticket and be like, "But I want to interview you. Can we talk like after your set?" And they were all like, "Oh yeah, from Brazil. Like that's cool. Okay." And then it caught on like within the Ozfest like bands, And then someone like from Ozfest, like, hey, we heard that you're coming to interview some of the bands, so we'll just send you a press pass, and you're like, you can do it. And I was 14 and no one knew. And I had my press pass. I brought my dad with me as my photographer, and I interviewed all the bands. And I snuck into the backstage to try to meet Slipknot, and it was great. But that's like, so I think I'm kind of tapping back into that and be like, that's still part of me, and I like to write about music. So now I'm kind of trying to get consistent with my writing and like reviewing other people's work and writing about concerts and stuff, because I like doing that too. So it kind of fulfills that side of me.
That's awesome. Like, you write very well. I recommend going to thatvirginia.com and checking out your blog. Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's you're listening to 90.1 WECS Willimantic, a community service of Eastern Connecticut State University. Here with That Virginia, and let's do another song before we wrap this up.
Ooh. What are we gonna do?
We're gonna do something magical and awesome and incredible.
Oh boy.
Because everything you do is incredible and awesome and magical.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sometimes tropical.
Yeah, definitely tropical. It's like that time of year the guitar never stays in tune. Ever.
So is it going into fall now down back home?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But it's okay, because now we're getting into the spring here, and that's what matters. And I'm really excited about that. Let's see. What am I doing? I'm gonna do an old song. That's like, now I'm like, this is like an old song that it was the first song I wrote like as That Virginia. It was kind of like what started That Virginia, if you say so. And I've been, for some reason, playing it a lot this last week. I'm just like, I've been like resonating with this, so I'll do that. So this is called I Wrote My Own. Between could have been and I wanna be. Prove to myself I can do everything, but follower keeps calling to me. I need to release and agree with myself on the things I can't deny. Stop making up excuses not to be free. I am my own worst enemy sometimes. Each day goes by without a song, turning pages of someone else's book. It's time I write my own. I gotta write my own. Raised to believe I am not one of them, or trying to feel like I belong. I have to let go of the fears I have now. As the pages turn, I crash and burn. Hear out the sounds of their hearts as I'm trying to reach out to those hands. I am them and they are me, a very soothing mystery. Each day goes by without a song, turning pages of someone else's book. A pen in hand, I will dream out loud. I will be so proud to be here with you. And nothing can take away. These worlds are here to stay. Another day, another song will play. Another page will turn, and it will set me free. It will set me free. Each day goes by with my own songs, turning pages of my own book, and I won't give up. No, I won't back down. I will break those walls of my own, and I will sing out loud with my open heart. I will write my own for this world. Each day goes by with my own songs, turning pages of my own book. Guitar in hand, I will dream out loud. I will be so proud to be here with you, to be here with you. Each day goes by with my own songs, turning pages of my own book.
That Virginia.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
That's an oldie but a goodie.
Absolutely. Keep playing that one for sure.
Yeah, it's like a mantra almost. Like I don't always play it, but when it's like it's like this like vision song. It's like this is what I'm gonna do.
Keeps you in check and moving forward, or what?
Yeah, it really does. It's like this reminder of like this is why you do this. This is what we're in for. Yeah, because it was around the time that I decided like I'm gonna take this seriously and I'm gonna actually like do music.
Wow. What a concept. And
Yeah.
we are so lucky that you did.
I'm so glad I did too.
You're performing at the Swan Day CT Festival, April 14th at Trinity on Main in New Britain. I can't wait.
I'm so excited.
After that, May 11th, you're going to be at the State of the Union Songs for the Resistance.
Yeah.
May 12th, Rough Draft in Hamden. The 23rd. This is awesome because I was planning on going to this. Speaking of festivals, we're trying to find a festival to go to. And Still River Festival in Riverton.
That's right. I was like, I know there's something. Yes. And that's gonna be fun because as the same as Swan, I get to play with both my bands in the same festival.
Oh, get out.
Yeah, I get really excited because it hasn't happened yet.
Jen's band?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's right. I remember seeing a couple of bands I recognized.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun.
Murderous Chanteuse, right? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
I always mess it up.
You got it. Such a pretty name.
Oh my gosh. I think Jen is sending over another Swan on the phone in a couple of minutes. So it's been so long since I've seen you, like a whole year. So catch me up. What's been going on? Did you get married?
No.
Okay.
No, we did get engaged, but we didn't get married
Okay,
yet.
you got engaged.
We're prolonging that as much as we can. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's like, we'll do the wedding someday. We've been living together for 1,000,000 years already. We've been together for 7 years. Like
it's just a piece of paper, right?
Yeah, it's like it's fun to say we're engaged, but then like when we started to try to plan it, and then we're like, yeah, no, not right now, because we were in the middle of doing a bunch of work stuff, and Maddie also has been doing her own business, and we're kind of all self-employed mode now, and it was the beginning of that kind of, and I was releasing the album, and she had a lot of work, and we're like, no, we don't have time for it. This is a whole other job to plan a wedding.
Yeah,
it really is. And everything, as soon as you say wedding, it's all right, it's triple the price. It's a lot.
We're having a get together. A house concert.
Yeah. That should be it.
We're
We should
accepting
just,
donations.
do that. Yeah, I think that's the way to go.
There you go. That's an idea.
Let's see, what else has happened? I don't know.
Have you seen Lady Lamb lately?
No, she's been kind of laying low.
Really?
Yeah, she
Lady
hasn't
Lamb
really
is
done.
laying low lately.
She's totally laying low. I think she's gonna come out with some stuff this year.
Awesome.
But last year I don't think there was anything out. No, I think it came out at the beginning of last year, like her last thing, and I think around this time of the year we went to see her because she did a whole house concert tour too.
Oh, get out.
Like that was the whole tour for the album was house concerts.
Oh,
That's
cool.
all she did. There were like a few shows that she did, conventional venues. So she played at the space, not the space, the other space, the ballroom.
Mm-hmm.
That was like one of the very few like actually venue shows. But we did go see her in Brooklyn at a house show, and it's like everything was just like that, and maybe 25 to 40 people only at each show.
Oh,
so
man.
she really kept it like in that sense. And yeah, we haven't really seen her much, but it was really cool because when we were recording the album, I'm really big into like asking people for things, like when I really want something. I don't ask, and then the worst I can get is a no. And like I get so many no's in my career that it's like not a thing that really bothers me. It's just like, okay, whatever, on to the next kind of thing. But there was someone that that we're a really big fan of, who's Emily Hope Price, and she's a cello player. And she played on pretty much all of the Lady Lamb albums, and she had her own band called Pearl and the Beard. They broke up a couple of years ago. You heard of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, you reacted to that. And they're incredible. And I was just like, I needed the cello for this one song, and I was like, I'm going to ask her. What's going to happen? And she's like, yeah, totally.
Awesome.
And she like came up to Connecticut and came to the studio to record it. And that was like a big, exciting thing because like it was like very weird stuff, like very weird things happened during recording Record Labor, like weird coincidences. Like, for example, when this cello lady came in and she was talking to the engineer at the studio, and they found out that 17 years ago, they both lived in this very remote town in England.
Get out.
Like a town that's like not near anywhere or anything, is like in the middle of the farms.
Wow.
There's like one grocery store. And they probably have run into each other a million times.
Probably.
And they were like, what?
No way.
So those kinds of things are happening all the time. It was really weird. But it was
Did I
meant
say it
to
earlier?
be.
There's something magical about you. It just really is. I'm going to keep hanging out with you. I love the photo we took last year at the Swan Day. That was cool.
Yes. Swan Day. I love it. It's like, I always say it's like better than Christmas for me. I'm like, I know Christmas is cool, but like Swan Day, that's where like my excitement lies.
Absolutely. All right, Virginia.
All right.
Oh, yeah, because I know that you kind of brought it up a couple of minutes ago about we have a lot of musical interests in common.
Mm-hmm.
I see you pop up on bands in town all the time.
Nice.
They say, Virginia's going to this concert. Do you want to go too? Well, if Virginia's going, I'll go.
Yeah, I'm always like, I want to go to all the concerts. It's hard because like, you're either always playing a concert or you're want to go to a concert.
Yep.
And it's like, okay.
I had a dilemma a couple weeks ago. I had a chance to go see Dropkick Murphys in Boston on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh.
But I wanted to go see Palehound really bad.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I want to be everywhere at once. I want to divide myself into
Clone.
just like do a couple of different places at once, at least.
Oh, that Virginia. Thank you again for coming down,
Thank
Virginia.
you for having me.
Thatvirginia.com. Go check out her music and her tour page and see where she's playing. And definitely check out Virginia in person at Swan Day, April 14th,
Yes.
2 weeks from now, Trinity on Main,
2
New Britain.
weeks. Wow. It's coming up fast.
Absolutely. All right, let's I'm going to play Let It Go.
Ooh.
Featuring
nice.
That Virginia and Gracie Day.
And Gracie. Nice. Yay.
Thank you again for coming down.
Thank you.
Here we go. Let It Go.
Walking home